Hi students, today we are going to discuss about plant breeding for developing resistance to insect pests. Today's topic is plant breeding for developing resistance to insect pests. Whatever the cultivated crops we are producing by the process of plant breeding, we trying to incorporate a gene or producing a new variety or a new cultivar which has an ability of resistance to insect pests. Today's topic. So before going to discuss about, once we recall the content of this lesson, what already we have discussed in the previous lecture. So dear students, there we discussed well about the plant breeding for resistance towards diseases like pathogens, bacteria, fungi, okay, viruses. We have already discussed. So there we follow conventional breeding and mutational breeding, which are very much beneficial for making new cultivars, which has ability to fight against the pathogens. There we better to discuss one more important point, that is, okay, you please note down this point, soma-clonal variations. Soma-clonal variations. These soma-clonal variations we are obtaining from plant tissue culture. Already in the starting of this topic we discussed different kinds of branches of science and methods we follow to make new cultivars. New variety of plants with desirable characters or desirable traits. Here plant tissue culture method is also the method which we are utilize to produce young plants with the desirable traits. Understood, students? So from that only we are observing, we have taken different kinds of cells, group of cells, the cells which is going to maintain genetic diversity, okay, variations. Somatic cells we have taken to do the plant tissue culture, in that only we are observing variation. Understood? That's what is called soma-clonal variations are very much helpful for producing or obtaining different varieties of crops which are going to show resistance to the diseases. So it is one of the important points. The next one is genetic engineering. You know, genetic engineering, where we are going to produce transgenic plants. So genetic engineering method, it is the process where we transfer the genetic material from one plant to another plant, means from a wild variety in which plant we seen that gene which is a very much function effectively works on, okay, some pathogens which they are going to cause diseases. So such kinds of genes we identified, we identify by screening of germplasm. That plant as wild plant in our locality we have chosen, from that particular genetic sequence which has ability to resistance towards the pathogens, we found and transfer the gene into the cultivar. Understood? That is the method we are calling what genetic engineering method. Understood? These two are very much helpful for, these two are soma-clonal variations and genetic engineering methods. Understood, students? Genetic engineering, these two are very much helpful for, these two are the methods are very much help are also very important for obtaining new cultivars which has resistance to diseases or pathogens. What is pathogen? Already we discussed na. Pathogen is nothing but it is a living organism which causes diseases in another body of another living organism. That organism into which organism this pathogens entered are called host organism. Now got the point, students? So you please note these 2 points. Somaclonal variations and genetic engineering method, these two are also very much helpful for producing a new cultivars which is going to show high resistance to the pathogens. Now coming to our topic. So in the same approach we are also following same plant breeding, but here we are going to discuss about the crop or cultivated plants which has ability to tolerate or overcome the infestation given by insect pests. Now got the point, students? The infestation or the destruction what given by the insects. The insects which harm to the crops are called pests. Okay. So it is a very big problem. It is a very big destruction. It is a very big challenge to all of us. Understood? So how can we control the action of insect pests in our field, crop field? Okay, what are the methods we need to follow to make new cultivars? A cultivar which has ability to fight against the insects or insect pests. So have a look into that particular information what we have gathered about the resistance towards the insect pests, and in which crops, so many crop or cultivated crops or economically important crops are going to be modified, are going to be altered with a new genetic sequence. This genetic sequence is not seen before the existed plants or wild varieties. Understood? In the wild varieties, of course, these particular genes are there, these particular abilities are there in some plants, but we require not only a single desirable character like resistance towards the insect pests or resistance towards the pathogens. We require these two are the characteristic features which are needed to incorporate into the new cultivars along with the main characteristic feature, that is yielding of food sources. The main thing is requires high yielding and nutrient quality. That particular characters are needed to produce that high quality and nutrient quality of food sources by the plants. The plants are needed to grow well, grow healthy. To grow healthy, they may not faces any problems caused by the pathogens and insect pests. That's why we trying to follow the process of plant breeding through which we incorporate a gene which is giving a protection from all the pathogens and insect pests. Insect pests to grow all the crop plants or cultivated plants healthy and to develop very much good and give more sources of food sources like high yielding and high nutrient quality. Understood, students? So we have already discussed about the new cultivars or variety of plants, how we are going to make by following plant breeding, whether it is conventional breeding or mutational breeding. Understood, students? Now we focus our concentration on plant breeding for developing resistance to the insect pests. Understood? So here insect pests are nothing but what? The insects the insects which cause a very big destruction, in crop plants, okay, they causes very big destruction in the crop plants, understood? Those are called insect pests. So these insect pests are, it is a, okay, the destruction of insect pests or infestation of, you please note down, infestation of insect pests are a very big challenge to all of us, understood? The people who are going to produce more varieties of crops are only producing well, they are going to eradicate or stop the infestation of insect pests on crop plants or on cultivated crop varieties. This is a very big problem. But here, dear students, you please remember one point. This particular insect pest resistance in the crop plants is due to morphologically, biochemically or physiologically. These are very important points, you please remember. Okay, objective sake it is very important, students. So, what it is? The resistance towards insect pests in cultivated crop plants. Are economically important crop plants, in which plants we incorporate a gene fight against the insect pests, is due to morphologically, biochemically or physiologically. This point you please remember, it is very, very important for objective sake, understood, examinations. So, whatever the insect pests we have in our field, you know, right, crop to crop, the infected or the infection caused by the insect pests are different. I think you know, students. Suppose we are observing here wheat crop in our field we have, or in some other area, in some other person's field, they have cotton as their crop, understood? So, like that in some other field, they have maize as their own crop. So, like that different kinds of crops we are observing now. So, here that particular insect pests are also different because some of the specific insects are only attack on the specific crops. Because the crops, why should they give effects on that specific crops only? Because the morphological or biochemical, means the fluids present in the plant or the chemicals what offered by the crop plants, or the morphological structure what actually present in the particular crop are very much attracts some specific insect pests, understood? Some insect pests are only attack on that specific crops, means that particular crops which they have morphological characters and biochemical characters or physiological characters, okay, giving preference to utilize those plants as their own habitat by some insect pests. Simply from all the plant parts, okay, whatever the morphological characters or biochemical characters or physiological characters they have, simply by utilizing those characters on the plant body, these insect pests grow well and increase their population and obtain the nutrients and nourishment and shelter, everything, students, everything. They are changing, it is the place completely like a habitat. They follow niche there. new niches will be formed, produced by utilizing the offering materials what shown by the plant body in the form of morphological characters or in the form of biochemical or physiological characters. Now got the point? So now we just focus our concentration on in the particular areas of characters in the provided by the crop plants to the insect pests. We better to change, we better to alter that preference characters into non-preference characters to the insect pests. Now got the point? So that's why we just focus our concentration on the morphological characters, the characters which are offered by the plant to the insect pests for their growth and development well. Now got the point? Now we focus our concentration on the particular morphological characters which they feel preference, which they feel very good favorable characters provided by the plant. Now we change them and alter them, and which are not to give the preference to settled on the plant body. Then slowly morphological changes when we incorporate into the plants by producing new cultivars by following plant breeding, what already we have discussed. How we make new cultivar. So in the cultivars, in the specific crops which are commercially valuable, which are food crops we are cultivated, in the particular plants we change their characters in the morphologically and in the biochemical regions or biochemical situations or the factors, morphological characters which they are present in the plant body. If we may change them, automatically what happens? The insect pests on which they are depends to continue their life. Now that characteristic features, that particular factors are not provided by the plant body, then automatically that particular specific insect pests are not able to survive on that particular characters, on which characters they feel very happy, very favorable factors to lead their life, to continue their life. Now when we alter those characters, when we change those characters, automatically the insect thought it is not their favorable characters or favorable conditions, then these morphological or biochemical factors are not cooperated to lead their life or continue their life normally, then automatically that insect population are going to be decreases. Now got the point? So how we are going to produce such kinds of new cultivars which possess characters which are not favorable to the insect pests and stop the growth of the insect pests or retard the growth of the insect pests for the increasing growth and development of the crop plants, for giving more yielding and high nutrient quality only because of the destructions not created by or given by insect pests onto the crop plants by changing the genetic sequence or by changing the characters in the areas of morphological and biochemical characters in the plants. Now got the point? So that is the main concept what we are going to discuss in this topic, plant breeding for developing resistance to insect pests. Now got the point? Some exemplary different cultivated crops what we have, and in which crops mostly the insect pests are, what type of insect pests are they attack to destroy or continue their infestation on which type of crops, and how the crop loss we are observing, and what is the what is the reason of the resistance and type of resistance in which particular area that particular resistance shown clearly. Understood? So we better to discuss everything by tabular form. You please follow this tabular form to understand well, to take right options as answer in the examination. Not only for the examination sake, just we have to increase our knowledge for understand the concept what it is there in the plant breeding. Now got the point, students? So now you please put the heading that is some exemplary crops which they have some resistance to insect pests. Through the tabular form we better to discuss. Understood? Now we better to know something well about the variety of crops, like especially like wheat, maize and cotton. In these two crops, you know, understand, wheat, maize, cotton, they are very big crops in our country, you know, right? Understood? So in these crops, what kinds of insects they attack? They may cause a very big infestation and destruction to retard the growth of the plants for giving more yielding. Understood, students? So for that's why this is through this particular tabular form we understand these exemplary crops, in which crops they are causing what type of insect pests, and how we are going to change the or alter their morphological or biochemical characteristic features, which are not giving any preference to them, to the insects. Understood? The insects, they thought it is non-preference characters what provided by the plant. In the new cultivars, what we incorporate, what we are going to express, what we are going to trying to express those characters by the plants, new cultivars, and how that infestation caused by the insect pests are going to be decreases, and how do these plants increase their yielding, everything we discussed. For example, so through this tabular form, see once some variety of cultivated crops and its disease resistance to insect pests we are discussing, especially like crops like wheat, maize and cotton. Understood, students? In that what kinds of insect pests they damage the crop, and how we eradicate them by changing the characteristic features of crop plants, like in the wheat, maize, cotton. Okay, whatever the characteristic features are offering as favorable conditions to the insect pests, now we altered them, we changed them. Understood? Especially like morphological characters and biochemical characters or physiological characters. In these corners, in these areas of the characters of the plants only we change, na? Okay, to provide non-preference characters to the insect pests, then insect pests may not damage the crops, and cultivated crops normally they grow and give more yielding. In so many crops we are going to do the plant breeding, but for understanding sake, just we have these three are the different crops what we are discussing here. Here in this particular tabular form we mentioned all these are the columns. Here we better to write crop and resistance to insects or pests, region of resistance. What is the region of resistance and the type of resistance, whether it is morphological or biochemical or physiological. See here, the first crop we better to mention here, that is in a wheat, crop wheat. In the wheat crop we generally see a first particular insects what they damage or destroy more crop field like wheat, okay, which is going to give more loss. So due to the insect pests, what we are getting? Loss of very big loss of food production. Okay, food production and food producing plants or crops. Food producing plants or crops, cultivated crops. These are very much damage our, okay, these insect pests damage our food sources. A very big loss of food production or cultivated crops and their produce, just we are observing here. Wheat, mostly it affected by the insect pests like okay, stem sawfly. Simply these are the insects or insect pests which they are going to damage the, crush the, destroy the young stems of wheat. Understood? Then stems are not continue their activities for maintaining erect plant body to and conduction of materials. Due to the destruction of stem, the plant, the crops like wheat may not grow and give yielding. Okay, so that particular insect pest we are calling what ma stem sawfly, which damage wheat more. The reason of this resistance is here. What it is? We just alter the or change the solid stem. The stem which is a little bit soft and little bit intercellular or intercellular gaps more are present in the stem, and very little soften properties we seen in the natural or cultivated or existed crop varieties. But now we are going to change the characteristic features as morphological characters are going to be altered, as we made a new cultivar with solid stem. We made a new cultivar with solid stem. That solid stem is also a character which brought by the genes what already altered in the existed crop variety, what already existed and suffered from stem sawfly, and which is not grow healthy, which is not give more production due to the infestation caused by the insect pests like stem sawfly. That's why the stem sawfly may not do any further damage, negative impacts created on the stem of the wheat plant by changing the stem and its morphological nature and character from soft stem to solid stem, means little bit hardened, which is not give the permission for, which is a non-preference to the insect pests like what it is, stem sawfly. So type of resistance is you know very well what it is. Is it morphological character we changed or any other biochemical? Here morphological, only the parts of the plants we altered. So it is come under morphological change. What it is? Morphological change. Now got the point? You please note down. The second type of insect pests in the same crop wheat. In the wheat only we focus on some other insect pests like leaf beetle. What it is, students? Leaf beetle. Leaf beetle. It is also a very big problematic insect pest which damage our crops like wheat. Understood? They are giving very big loss of food or food producing plants. Understood? The very big crop loss we are getting here. Already we know, right? Nearly 20 to 30%, maximum 20 to 30%, or in some cases we seen 30 to 40%. In some cases we seen the complete crop will be destroyed by the disease causing organisms like pathogens. Understood? In the same way here also we face very big problem, very big destruction in the crop fields, which they are completely destroyed by the action of these insect pests. So here a very big problematic insect pest like leaf beetle in the wheat, it is going to get non-preference characteristic features given by the wheat crops for reduce the population of, for control the population of leaf beetle, which is not grow or continue their life on the particular wheat crop. Understood? So to stop the growth of the leaf beetle, just they are going to change or alter the morphological characters like they are producing a new cultivar with hairy leaves. On the leaves just we seen, before the plants what already existed on the earth, now we made a new cultivar which is going to possess small hairy like projections, small hairy thread like structures, and something they are small needle like structures which are not give favorable conditions or preference conditions for growth and development of the leaf beetle on the wheat. Then leaf beetle may not continue their life on that particular leaves. Generally leaf beetle is there on the grow on the leaves only, the young leaves which they have, which they store more food materials and which are very sensitive and which are easy to piercing materials, easy to what we call break understood, and which is going to easy to tear by the insect pests and take the food materials what they stored in the leaf, understood. Now what happens, all those are the leaves are going to possess a morphological change in their leaves, that is newly we seen in the new cultivar a special character like hairy leaves. Okay, the new crop possess hairy leaves. These hairy leaves are not give the chance for or accommodation for the continue of life of leaf beetles. Then that leaf beetles number is going to be decreases. It is also we have the change in the morphological characters. Now got the students, now got the point students, you please remember each and every one, try to understand. The next one is, the next crop it is cotton crop. What it is? Cotton crop, which is also very big okay crop what we are obtaining cotton from these crops only, understood. In the cotton crop so many insect pests they damage, very big infestation created by some insect pests like two insect pests on cotton we discussed here. In that the first one is jassids. Now what it is? Jassids. Okay, what is jassids? Jassids are also a category of insect pests, understood. Insect pests which they damage the okay plants and their particular plant pots. These jassids are also attack on the leaves and they simply piercing the materials present in the leaves, understood. So especially young leaves are growing leaves which they are present on the growing plants are completely damaged by piercing the materials and absorbs the materials or steal the materials which they are present in the particular okay plant body. Now got the point? In the plant body whatever the food materials they are present in the, especially in the young leaves or young growing leaves are stolen by jassids. These also very dangerous and very big problematic insect pests on cotton. So these are also growing on the leaves, na, understood. So that leaves, particular leaves in the cotton plant also we are going to change into hairy leaves in the new cultivar. So these are the leaves are also possess hairs, hairy like structures on the leaves which are not convenient character factors for continue their life of the jassids on the cotton. Try to understand. So hairy leaves in the new cultivar we made hairy leaves. These are not preference to the jassids to continue their life. Then it is also come under a type of character that is okay morphological character we are observing here. Morphological. Now got the point? All these are the three different morphological characters we altered, which is not preference by all these are the insect pests. Then all these are the insect pests may not continue their life on the crops, on the variety of crops. Then they may not destroy by the insect pests. They may not get any very big infestation or destruction created by the insect pests. Then all these are the variety of crops continue their life normally healthy for giving more yielding. Understood students? Now got the point students? Now one more insect pests we are discussing here on same crop, that is cotton. That is what it is? Cotton bollworms. You know very well bollworms. For control these cotton bollworms also we have already produced some biocontrol agents like biochemicals what we are using to kill them. Understood? Like Bacillus thuringiensis. What biological controlling agent what we have like bacteria, Bacillus thuringiensis, from that also we are obtaining some crystalline proteins. Understood? To stop the activity of bollworms, cotton bollworms, you know very well. Understood? Like you know Cry1AC and Cry2AB, like genes what actually they are producing some chemicals in the form of proteins as crystals what we are obtaining from the Bacillus thuringiensis. Like so that is another way how we are using to stop the or control the insect pests. In the same way here we are observing, but there all are come under biochemical, but here also same morphologically and biochemical changes we altered here. That is generally these bollworms are needed to sustain on the plant body or sustain on the leaves when the leaves are maintaining somewhat roughness. roughness or hardness. Something is needed to get, it is maintaining some what we call ridges like structures are needed here. Okay, some small hairy like structures are needed here. But now we are going to alter that particular morphological character, and they are also very much needed for getting nectar. They are very much needed for getting nectar from the cotton plants. Now what we changed here, we changed or altered the characters of these cotton plants, which are come under non-preference characters, that is smooth leaved or smooth leaves we are providing, and absence of nectar or nectarless plant we are producing here. Absence of nectar plants we are producing in the new cultivar. Understand, all these are the new cultivars only. All these are the new cultivars. In all the new cultivars we are making, we altered all these are the characters. Now got the point? Okay, all these are new cultivars. In the new cultivars only we see in here. Understand, all these new cultivars. So all these are the characters we introduced in the new cultivars, which are non-preference to these specific insect pests. In that only cotton bollworms, okay, which they are destroy the cotton plant or cotton crop, just we stop their growth by changing or alter the morphological and biochemical characters in the cotton plant. That is, we produce in the new cultivar with smooth leaves and absence of nectar. Understood? So that type of new cultivars as crops we are producing, then those are the characters as non-preference characters by bollworms. Then the bollworms life is not continue on the plant, then plant can grow healthy and give more yielding. Understood? No destruction by created by these bollworms. So these characters are come under morphological characters and biochemical characters. Morphological and biochemical or physiological. Biochemical. Why it is biochemical? Here we are we discussed about nectar. Nectar is a type of chemical we see in the biological organisms. Understood? So that's why it is a biochemical changes also we have given. Next one is what it is? Maize. Maize. In the maize crop, what we see in, we also generally see in more a very big infestation created by some insect pests like okay, stem borers. That particular stem borers are nothing but what it is. When that maize plant is in the healthy or growing very healthy or young in stage, then that particular inner side of the in the anatomical region of the stem, slowly these particular okay, insect pests like stem borers completely steal the food materials and destroy all the tissues present in the inner region of the epidermis or inner region of the stem. The stem completely converted into hollow. Okay, it is a completely bold stem, like whatever the material present in the construction of the stem, that material which is present in the inner side of the stem, which is basically need to make the construction of the stem or keep the plant body erect, are going to be destroyed. Understood? Destroyed. Then inner side physically appearance outside it is stem is as it is present, but inner side of that stem the complete material is not present. Then it is completely destroyed by the action done by the infestation created by the stem borers. Then the plant may not continue their life normally by standing the plant, because the anatomical regions in the particular stem is going to be steal and destroyed by the insect pest like stem borers. So like that the total crop of maize is going to be destroyed, completely destructed, completely okay, infestation created by the insect pests only in the maize. So in that situation, just these are the stem borers, they attack on that particular stem. Understood? Okay, here they damage very big destruction created in the particular crop plants. Understood? In this situation, just we go to discuss about the particular resistance which we provided to stop the particular action what created by the stem borers in the maize plant by changing their preference characters or preference factors provided by the maize plant to stem borers. Why should the stem borers attack on the maize plant? Because that maize plant is offering some factors, favorable factors to the stem borers as okay, as sufficient nitrogen content and sugar and okay, low aspartic acid conditions. But now we altered them. How? We should maintain in the new cultivar low nitrogen and sugar and high aspartic acid. Low nitrogen and sugar and high aspartic acid. When we change the biochemical concentrations in the plant body, what we produced in the new cultivar, then those biochemical factors are not favorable to the stem borers in the maize. Then stem borers are not attack on the new cultivars of maize plants. Then maize plant is not getting any destruction. Maize plant is not getting a very big infestation created by the insect pests. Then automatically that particular crop is growing very healthy and giving more yielding of okay, whatever the grains we are obtaining from the maize plant. So now you better to write here what we change, what we altered, that biochemical alteration we done here, that is low N2 and sugar, low N2 and sugar and high aspartic acid. What is aspartic acid? You know very well. What is aspartic acid? Tell me. Ma, what is aspartic acid? Aspartic acid is a amino acid. Amino acid which is very much important for making proteins. You know very well. Okay? Right, students? So, that aspartic acid content, when we increase in the plant body, new cultivar, then automatically these particular changing biochemical characters in the maize are not preference, are not favorable conditions to the stem borers. Then stem borers cannot grow or continue their life. Then they are going to be stop their growth and giving favorable conditions for growth and development of the maize. Understood? So, it is this particular changing come under biochemical. Because we are discussing about here chemicals, na? Biochemical characteristic features we altered here. Because here are low nitrogen, okay, sugar, high aspartic acid, all those are the chemicals which we are discussing in the biological organisms. So like that, dear students, this is the information we gathered, how all the crops are suffering from a different insect pests and then what kinds of resistance is needed to altered in the new cultivars, with which characters they are going to stop the growth of that specific insect pests. Okay, then how do they grow? How do all the crop or cultivated plants growing very healthy and giving more yielding flowers? Understood, students? So maximum the resistance just we provided in the type in all these three basic two types like morphological and biochemical. Biochemical are physiological regions only, or characters only we altered to make new cultivars which they are going to give non-preference characters or factors to the particular insect pests through which the insect pest population is going to be decreases or controlled or eradicated. Okay, now we better to discuss about some of the new cultivars what bred by the process of hybridization and selection for resistance to the insect pests. Understood? What made by the organizations and what kinds of different kinds of varieties in the different crops and how those varieties are nothing but here new cultivars what we made, okay, what we made with the desirable characters, especially the character here we discussing about resistance to insect pests. Now okay, so let us know something well about that particular new cultivars with high resistance to the insect pests in different crops. Okay, now we discuss about some released crop varieties bred by hybridization and selection for insect pest resistance. Whatever the insect pests we are observing here, all those are simply just controlled by a new cultivar what we introducing into the field of agriculture. Now got the point, students? So into the field of agriculture we introduced new cultivars and new varieties. Here same what the plant breeding methods we follow for other desirable characters what we incorporate into the new cultivars. What already we made new cultivars towards resistance towards the pathogens and resistance towards the drought conditions and maintaining high yielding, whatever it may be, the desirable characters how we incorporate into the plants in the same way, here also the plants we are producing with a desirable trait or character, that is resistance towards the insect pests. Some of the resistant characteristic features they incorporate into the plant by plant breeding, okay, given by IARI. Here some varieties they given by IARI. What is IARI? You know very well. What is IARI? Okay, Indian Agricultural Research Institute. Where it is? It located in New Delhi. Okay. Indian Agricultural Research Institute, which works under, you know, I think it works under ICAR. Already I given the full form of ICAR. Indian Council of Agricultural Research. Indian Council of Agricultural Research, which okay, giving whatever the instructions to the IARI, then it is conducting some activities like education and research program. You please note down, students. Education research program or programs conducted by IARI. So many students and so many PhD program what students they are doing, everybody just they who have very much knowledge, education and research programs in the IARI. It is a very big okay, institution where we are going to get education and research work on agricultural activities. Okay, program conducted by IARI, especially on agriculture. You please remember agriculture. Understand? So this is the IARI also provides some varieties in different crops. Those varieties as new cultivars. These new cultivars, we trying to understand these new cultivars with a particular desirable trait or character is as resistance to insect pests. Understood? So some of the crops we have to listed here, and we better to discuss about their varieties, what newly they formed through the plant breeding, and each and every variety of different crops, okay, have resistance towards the insect pests. What type of insect pests are controlled in the specific variety of specific crop. Okay, have a look into this. Here we need to discuss about 3 different crops. Okay, in that the first one is Brassica. Yes. What it is here? Brassica. Okay, rapeseed mustard. Simply it also called as rapeseed mustard. Brassica. Understand? So this is the Brassica. In the variety, in the crop of Brassica, this IARI is already given one variety which fight against the insect pests, which has resistance towards the insect pests. That variety is Pusa Gaurav. Students, you please remember and revise, practice that particular terminology as names of different varieties of different crops. You remember, you recall, for example, Pusa Gaurav. Pusa Gaurav is a type of variety of which crop? Like that they asked question. Already we discussed in the previous lecture, we discussed about different varieties and their names given by the IARI. Understood? Where they are going to produce that particular varieties of different crops towards the resistance towards the diseases or disease causing organisms. Like some exemplary varieties like Pusa Komal, Pusa Sadabahar, Pusa Shubhra, Pusa Snowball K1, like different varieties we discussed, na? Understood? Himgiri, like all these are the varieties for different crops. You please recognize the variety belongs to which crop and it has what type of resistance, or resistance towards disease causing organisms or resistance towards insect pests, everything. Need clarity, need proper idea on each and every crop and their varieties and their importance. Now got the point, students? Here we discussed about Posa Gaurav is a variety, belongs to a variety, a crop, a type of crop, it is Brassica, rapeseed mustard. Understood? This new variety which is a fight against the aphids. Aphids are the small insects which they destroy young pods and young growing organs in the plants. Understood? Completely destroyed by this particular small insect pests like aphids. Understood? Towards the aphids, this Posa Gaurav has resistance or resistant gene which is not do any infestation created by the aphids in the crop, that is Brassica or rapeseed mustard. The second crop it is in which we are going to see a new resistant gene which is not seen in the previous existed plant in that particular crop. Understood? What type of new variety they made in the particular crop? Okay, we discussed here. In that, okay, already we discussed about Brassica. Now we are going to discuss about another variety in this particular crop, that is once you see here. So that is after the Brassica we just discussed about another crop, that is flat bean. Flat bean. Okay, bean plant belongs to family Fabaceae. In this flat bean also, this flat bean plants more affected by different kinds of insect pests, different types of insect pests like aphids, jacids, fruit borers, like different varieties of insect pests. They attack on the type of crop, that is flat bean. In the flat bean they introduced, they means here IARI, introduced two varieties. In that the first one is Pusa. Already I said the Pusa is the name of another name of IARI. Understood? Because IARI located in New Delhi at Pusa Road. Understood? That's why that IARI also known as a Pusa. So in the flat bean, two varieties they made, that is Pusa Sem 2 and the next one is Pusa Sem 3. These two are the varieties which possess resistance, okay, very good effective resistance towards different kinds of different varieties of insect pests like jacids, aphids and fruit borers, and against towards the fruit borers. Now got the point? Against all these three different types of insect pests, these two varieties in flat bean shows resistance. Then these particular three different types of insect pests may not do any infestation on this particular crop like flat bean, then flat bean grow well and give more yielding. Understood, students? The third variety it is Vakra. Already I have given one hint. What is Vakra? Bhindi. In Telugu people they are calling as Benda. Okay, it is Bhindi. Okay, already we discussed in plant breeding for disease resistance. Understood? Where Bhindi or Vakra, in the Vakra just we seen a variety, a new variety of cultivar like Abilmospus esculentus. Abilmascus esculentus is the new cultivar which come from wild variety or desi variety or existed variety. Abilmascus manihot, manihot, manihot. Abilmascus manihot. From the Abilmascus manihot, we made a new cultivar like Abilmascus esculentus. Understood? By changing, by alteration of genes or genetic makeup present in the Abilmascus manihot. Then we produced Abilmascus esculentus, which is a new cultivar, has resistance towards yellow mosaic virus. Yellow mosaic virus. It tolerates the actions or infestation given by the yellow mosaic virus. Already we discussed. Na? So here, Vakra. Here what is the variety we see in the same crop like Vakra or Bindi? A new variety given by the IARI, that is Pusa savani. Say all of you what it is. Pusa savani. Okay, here two varieties they given, Nana. Pusa savani and Pusa A4. Posa A4. Okay, Posa savani and Posa A4. These two are the varieties. These two are the varieties of a crop that is Vakra or Bindi or ladies fingers. It is common name, most of the people they knew very well. Ladies finger. In Telugu we are calling that particular plant as benda. Okay, so that in that particular crop, two varieties they made for resistance towards the insect pests. The insects mostly controlled are fruit borers and shoot borers. So completely we are calling what? Fruit and shoot borers. Now got the point? Understood? So this is the information about some released crop varieties bred by hybridization which followed by selection for resistance insect pests. Understood? None? For insect pest resistance. So you please note down and you have to read thoroughly, practice thoroughly, remember each and every name of each and every variety and its crops and its need specification. Each and every variety, all the varieties are not control all the different types of insect pests in all the crops. So they have their own specification. Brassica, immediately recall Posa Gaurav. Okay, it is very much important variety or cultivar for stop the growth of aphids. Like need its own specification, students. So for objective exams, just you have to practice thoroughly and you remember each and every particular content which we learn here. Understood? So now we better to discuss about our next topic, that is plant breeding. Plant breeding for improving food quality. Plant breeding for improving food quality. Have a look into that small topic, how we are going to maintain the food quality or nutrient quality in the foods what we are producing from plant breeding, and what is the need to maintain the quality of food. If we are not maintain the quality of food, what will happen or what already happened due to lack of nutrients in the right and required amounts in the food what we have taken or what the people they have taken in the world. Understood, students? Understood? So have a look into the topic plant breeding for developing or improving food quality. Food quality. You please put the subheading. Okay, plant breeding for improving food quality.